Ready now for the next bout. It's a men's 50 kg quarterfinal. Jakub Slominski of Poland, and he's up against Omar Izaz of Australia. Of course, the lower portion of the draw. The winner of this match will then face the winner of the next game, which features the second seed from India, Jadu Mani Singh, also the world number 5 in terms of ranking in this particular category in the men's competition. Omar Izaz, lanky and tall, and will want to use that reach against Slominski. Experienced Polish boxer will also try and use all of that wealth of experience that he has to come up with his entire strategy. It's a good start from Slominski. He does concede a bit of a height difference, but he's making up for it with some solid defense of his own. Putting his gloves very close to his face. Then just looking to come back whenever there's an opportunity to attack his opponent who's a little on the defensive. Be a bruising contrast of styles. Flamboyant youth of Omar against the calculative Slominski from Poland. Omar hasn't yet been able to land something substantial. But he does have that long reach advantage. To now be devising his plan around that. Keeping himself as far away from Slominski as possible. That also helps him prevent his opponent from landing punches. Then he can keep jabbing away every now and then with both rights and lefts. Not a big contingent, the Australian one. We'll see one more Australian male boxer by the end of today, the last bout of today. Sent him sprawling onto the ground. Got a stern word from the Taipei referee. This is simmering along rather nicely as a bout, and it's tough to call it at the moment because Omar Izaz has made a good comeback into this. It seemed like it was all Slominski to begin with, but he's just gotten under the Polish boxer's skin in recent moments in this first round. Oh, this time it's Omar Izaz who's down for the count. Not quite. Eventful first round. Both boxers taking a tumble apiece. Some decent punches landed. Slominski, with his experience starting better, seemed to have taken Omar by surprise with a few of his shots. But then the youngster coming back, using that long height. Substantial difference in terms of their height, and that reach used pretty well. In fact, it is Omar Izaz has impressed more of the judges. Only one of the judges, one from Uzbekistan, has given it in favor of Slominski. Otherwise, it's all Omar Izaz, 4-1.
Second round. Round 2.
I will tell you this, that this is far from over. Slominski has the experience, he has the ability to come back into it. Just getting a little desperate at the moment. Has to keep his wits about him. There's still a long way to go in this bout. Close to 3 minutes of the second round and a third round to come. He can wear his opponent down. He can come back to some more technical boxing. Beginning to resemble a wrestling bout at times. In fact, our two camera persons there by the ringside are probably at most at risk. The two boxers just flying about a bit. What Umar does very smartly is every now and then just moves himself completely out of any sort of contention for contact for his opponent. This time he's got a little bit of a stern talking to. It's an official warning, it seems. Just have to watch out for grabbing his opponent as merrily as he's been doing. Now, coming up to the halfway mark of the second round, still tough to say who has been a bit more decisive, but Slominski has the chance. It was Omar Izaz who was getting under his skin in the first round. It seems to have been just a case of role reversal here, because Omar Izaz just making a few errors in terms of what he needs to be doing. Yet again, a little grab between the two. Just need to clean up their acts, both of them. What you don't want is to be penalized and to end up losing the bout. Yet again, just getting behind Omar and then getting the punch in. Will be very interesting to see how the judges have seen this one, because it's looked a lot more even. There have probably been a few more errors in terms of indiscipline made by Omar Izaz. Also just frustrating Slominski a fair amount. Last 10 seconds, just looking for that uppercut. Has Slominski done enough here? Has he made a comeback into this? Certainly was a lot more proactive than he seemed to be in the first round. Landed a few decent blows, but Omar Izaz continued to infuriate him with a lot of movements all around. And in fact, both boxers getting into a few clench positions where the referee just had to come in and make sure that they got themselves separated. But this second round has also seemingly done enough for Omar Izaz, who's now in a very good advantageous position. Although he's had one official warning, but apart from that, things have gone his way. All 5 judges ruling this in his favor. So the two bronze medalists of different stages of the World Cup coming together at the World Boxing Cup finals. Only one of them will qualify through and assure themselves of at least a bronze medal. It's a very competitive category, the 50 kilogram for men. India's Jadumani Singh among the top contenders as the second seed. Will be in action next. Going to be a great bout as well. He takes on Nurzat Nongasev. Now, what tactic does Omar Izaz apply here? Not afford to be too negative. He's already had one warning. Want to rack those up and end up conceding the bout. But what he wants to do is continue to frustrate Slominski. Won the first 2 rounds. All he needs is just a decent enough favorable result from at least 3 of the judges. If nothing substantial happens, then he will walk out a victor in this quarterfinal. tactical victory has been that he's just not allowed Slominski to get any kind of rhythm into his boxing today. Every time he looks like he's piecing together a couple of decent enough maneuvers, then this happens. Grip is such an important part of the sport as well. To realize that in those 3 minutes, as much time as possible can be taken out, especially when you're leading in a bout. And it just helps you further run the clock down, as well as frustrate your opponent and extract some more unforced errors from them, as has happened on a few occasions today with Slominski. Putting a few punches together, but it seems too little too late. Defending well is Omar. And it does look like the young gun is about to steal a march. Into the last 10 seconds. Slominski knows he needs to do something quite desperate here. But it does seem that Omar has perhaps defended his way out of this. A little bit of a tricky situation to finish. But Omar Rizaz seems to be the one taking the congratulations from his opposing numbers quarter as well. Corner rather. Slominski getting some good punches in. But Omar Rizaz just about defending well enough. Evading some of those punches thrown in by Slominski and throwing in some of his own. It'll probably not be a unanimous verdict, but it does seem like it will go in favor of the man from Melbourne. Slominski looks quite confident as well. Or maybe just a bit of frustration at that. Not quite being able to execute his game plan as he would have hoped for. This for a place in the semi-finals. Is it Omar Rizaz or is it Jakub Slominski? Your deliberation still on. Like it's closer than we initially thought. Tallying up those numbers, anxious moments for both boxers. Omar had a significant advantage going into that final round, but has he done enough?
Result of the bout number 24. The winner on point by split decision in the blue corner, representing
Split decision.
Australia.
Dramatic.
Omar Hijab.
But Omar Rizaz has done enough. Those first 2 rounds no doubt helping him. And Slominski, for a brief while, thought that he was